No matter how good of an NBA player you are, you could always get really unlucky and end up on a very poor NBA team, which ultimately results in said great player not being able to make playoffs and potentially not being able to get as good as they potentially can be. Today's video, we're going to be taking best player from the 10 worst teams in the NBA and putting them all on the same team to see if together these guys who normally not even have the chance to make playoffs, we're going to find out if they could possibly go 82-0 and win an NBA championship. I've turned off injuries as well as trades, that way teams stay the exact same, and everything is going to be automated, that way I have no impact on how any of these teams do. So starting off on the worst team in the NBA, we got DeAndre Jordan of the New York Knicks, who's also the lowest overall on the team. Next, we got Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns, Kevin Love of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Zach LaVine of the Chicago Bulls, Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks, John Wall of the Washington Wizards, Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks. I was going to use Porzingis, but he was injured all of last year. We got Anthony Davis of the New Orleans Pelicans, who is the highest rated overall player on our team. We got Mike Conley of the Memphis Grizzlies. And last but not least, we got Karl Anthony Towns of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So that is going to be our roster of our team. Just going through it one more time right there. And then we have a bunch of 40 overalls because we're just going to have the 10 best players actually playing in the season. Leave your comment down below right now on how good you think this team is actually going to be. I just put them on the Seattle Supersonics. We had to bring them back for this challenge because they needed a team to call their own. But leave your comment how good you think this team is going to do. Are they going to go 82-0? Are they going to win an NBA championship? Let's find out. If you guys ever wondered how I record my videos or which equipment I use, then go down in the description below. I actually made an Amazon store where you can get all of the equipment I actually use to produce YouTube videos. You don't know I have to purchase this stuff in order to start making YouTube videos, but it is some great equipment, so definitely go check it out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on those post notifications so you don't miss out when I upload. But anyways, we're just going to simulate through a season and find out how this team does. So now checking out our starting lineup, this is looking very solid. We got John Wall, Devin Booker, Doncic, Kevin Love, and Anthony Davis. Karl Anthony Towns is going to be the sixth man, and then DeAndre Jordan going to get the least minutes. We already have two great centers. Let's hop into the season, see how it goes. So we're at the AllStar Draft right now. Let's just check out if anybody on the Supersonics team here actually made the All-Star game. So it looks like on Team Giannis, Anthony Davis is going to be the only player on the All-Star team, which is kind of interesting. I thought maybe we might have two players in there with all the great players on the team. At this point in the season, they are 40-10, so definitely not going undefeated. Still got a good chance at winning the ship. We made it to the end of the season. Let's see if anybody got any awards on the team. Karl Anthony Towns is going to get sixth man of the year, of course. I mean, obviously usually a starter in real life. And coach of the year, yes, our coach is actually going to get coach of the year as well, going 67-15, which is pretty good, but I was expecting them to do a little bit better, but you know, that's 2K for you. See if we got anybody on the all NBA teams, and we don't. Defensive teams, we got Anthony Davis on the all defensive first team, which is pretty good. And we also have John Wall on the second defensive team. So that's very nice as well. Doncic on the all-rookie first team. So we got a lot of guys getting awards this season. Of course, we're going to be the first in checking out the conference right here. Nobody even close to our Supersonics team. Some very surprising stuff happening right here. The Cavs and the Wizards make playoffs despite losing their best player. And didn't even make that normally in real life. Hawks, Bulls, and Knicks all do pretty terrible. The Knicks still the worst team in the NBA. They actually got less wins than they did in real life, which is not easy to do. The Dallas Mavericks were awful, going 8-74. Timberwolves at the bottom. Grizzlies, Suns, and the Pelicans down there as well. No teams in the West where we took players off of doing good at all. Going over to league leaders now. I just want to see if... Okay, wow, DeAndre Jordan was actually second last in the league for points per game. And that is awful. I just want to see if we got anybody leading in anything or even in the top 5. And so far, it's not looking good for anything at all. We got Anthony Davis for blocks per game, 2.2. He did make that all defensive first team. Devin Booker going to be our lead scorer, 17.5 points per game. It's actually pretty good right there with the stacked team we have. And of course, DeAndre Jordan doing the worst. Rebounds per game going to go to Anthony Davis, Kevin Love right behind him. Assists per game, Doncic, John Wall. Steals going to John Wall. Blocks, of course, Anthony Davis. Let's check out this plus minus. Almost an 1,000 plus minus for AD and Doncic. Looking like they're kind of the two star players of our team. Going over to team stats now. Let's see if we actually led the league. Points per game, they actually did not lead the league in points per game. Kind of surprising. Field goal percentage is second in league. We're still up there for a lot of these. Fourth for 3-point percentage. Obviously, a lot of our players aren't 3-point shooters, though. 3-point percentage is third. Going over to free throw percentage, second in the league. Rebounds per game, going to be third in league. Assists per game, finally something that the Supersonics are going to be on top in this game. Because everything else, they have not been leading the league. And blocks, they're so close to first. But anyways, let's just hop in the playoffs first. Up against the Pistons in the first round. This should realistically be a nice, easy sweep. Just like what the Bucks did to them in real life. And the Pistons actually get a game. And they should actually win this next one right here. And they do. So 4-1 victory. Not a sweep, but the next best thing. Up next, we got the Celtics in round number 2. So pretty good matchup here. I think it would have been a little harder to face off against the Bucks. Then we got Toronto and Philly down in the bottom of the bracket. So let's see what the Supersonics can do against the Celtics. See if the worst players for the worst teams can win here. That made no sense. And is it going to be another 4-1 victory? No. Celtics get a game. And there we go. A 4-2 victory. Game 7 with Philly and the Raptors. And it's going to be the Raptors facing off against the best players from the worst teams in the NBA. Let's see if the Supersonics can move on yet again right here. A 2-0 lead. Raptors pull a game. 3-1 lead now. And they are going to eliminate the Rockets. And they're going to eliminate the Raptors 4-1. And it's going to be the Warriors, of course, facing off against them in the NBA Finals. Let's see if they can win this championship now. Game number 1, going to the Sonics here. Game 2, the Warriors tied up. This could be a really good series. Warriors up 2-1. Sonics tied up again. And the Warriors take a 3-2 lead. And hopping into Simcast here, the Warriors with a 3-2 lead. And unfortunately, they are up big in game number 6. So they're actually going to win the NBA championship. This team, the best players from the 10 worst teams, were not able to defeat the Golden State Warriors. Stephen Curry with Finals MVP. I want to check out this box score. Curry dropping 44, Durant with 33. And then the Supersonics just not scoring quite enough. They didn't really have one player take over. They're kind of sharing the ball quite a bit, and it did not work out very well for them. They don't win the NBA Finals. Do you think this team would win in real life? I think so. But sometimes 2K with their simulations doesn't always work out the best. But that is going to be the end of this video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. This has been your boy Smequle, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Never in the same space that we started at. Throw the ball, I run the play like a quarterback. I've been up all night trying to make a stack, trying to get a plaque and flip a dream into a solid fact. Hustled hard for it. One day they will notice. Chasing in the day.